Peace be with you. My name is Allan Keislar, and I'm just going to give a short garden tour and then take any questions that anyone may have. So here we are with some beautiful roses to begin the tour, and some daisies and various types of sage and stevia and grass, aloe vera. Here we have some lavender and a lot more of these amaranths, some pansies, beautiful rose, and other types of roses, and there's a early calendula, it's just that season just beginning. Some others. This is an orange tree, which a lot of oranges are coming, not ripe yet. And here's a bunch more calendula. Some more amaranths, small ones just coming up. Our pomegranate tree, the pomegranates are all fully ripe. And some more oranges on the other trees. And here we have some hollyhocks starting to bloom. Some more over here. And here's some more Russian sage and some other newly planted flowers, some artichokes, some other, I don't even know the names of all of these. These are called potato trees here, these beautiful purple flowers. And these are bougainvillea and some other types of succulents here. Big cactus there. And making my way through some more artichokes coming up here. And onto the princess palm with more amaranths. An incense cedar, little tree, of course get big. And some big lavenders here with beautiful purple flowers. There's some other sage and many other types of flowers and cactuses in here. This is another, I don't even know the name of this. Anyway, this is just a very quick tour. Again, some flowers that I don't know the names of. This is a butterfly bush. Big bush with a lot of, you can see up there. It's pretty high. I'll have to zoom in on it, I guess. I think you can see some of the yellow flowers up there. And there's some more flowers. I don't even know the names of a lot of these. Let's see. And some more yellow roses. These are, anyway. Okay, so I'm just going to see if anybody has questions about any sort of topics. Let me find a place to sit. I'll just show you a little pond here with a lot of beautiful succulents around it. Okay. Let's see if anyone has any questions or comments here. I'll have to get a little in the shade. Let me see, I can sit here, I guess. beautiful fern right behind me here. Okay, so Amin Malik says, Assalamu alaikum. Do the aliens have same type of spirit as we have? When they die, what happens? Do they bury the dead? How long is their lifespan? Very good questions. Thank you very much. I have answered this question before, just maybe last week or two. Aliens, I don't call them aliens, but there are space brothers and sisters, extraterrestrials. I don't know for sure all the answers. There are many different types of aliens, but I shouldn't say aliens, many different types of extraterrestrials. But some of them, at least, many of them, perhaps most or even all of them, they do have the same spirit or rooh as we have. There may be some differences, I don't know, but there are some, they're more like biological robots, really, that don't have a soul. They're really machines, but they can look very much like us or like other types of extraterrestrials. So that much I know. As far as when they die, what happens? I guess the same thing that happens to us. And do they bury their dead, and how long is their lifespan? As far as I know, there are different species, just like among human beings. There are different ways of either burying the dead or burning the dead, or as the Parsis or Zoroastrians do, placing the body in a tower where vultures or birds come and eat the body. So there are different ways of disposing of the dead bodies of extraterrestrials also. I don't know any details about that. But as far as their lifespan, some of them I know for sure live for many thousands of years, because my own closest extraterrestrial friend, who I consider my spiritual mother because I first met her when I was 9 years old, and she was so loving and kind, I thought she was my mother, really. She told me her species lives for thousands of years. So I believe, what I've heard, that some can live for much, much longer than that, and some may have much shorter lifetimes also. But there are many different types of extraterrestrials. Thank you for your good questions. Miriam Bande asks, Assalamu alaikum, please tell us, what do you think of COVID situation in the world and in Pakistan, and when will Pakistan reach its greatness? Oh, very good questions also. Well, I have said many times, I think the whole COVID situation is not what we're told it is. There are many, not only false things, but intentionally false things. Disinformation. We've been given intentionally false information. So, as I've said, I'm not going to take any vaccination, but and I don't know when it will end or how it will end, but I'm sure it will, probably before too long. But when will Pakistan reach its greatness? That's a very, very good question. And again, I've answered this question many times. I've always said, I don't know if I will live to see the greatness of Pakistan, but I do believe that those of you who are young now will. I'm quite certain of that. And of course, Barkat Sufi Barkat Ali Sahib had also said that definitely Pakistan will become the leader of the world, really, in that at least the spiritual leader, and the United Nations will even turn to Pakistan for guidance in making important decisions. So when that will happen, I don't know exactly. And I don't know if anybody knows exactly when it will happen. It depends on you, Pakistanis. It depends on Pakistanis more than anybody else. Of course, it depends on God. It depends on the will of Allah and other powers too. But really, if Pakistani people become real Pakistanis, land of the pure, Pakistan means, if Pakistanis really become pure, that will hasten the day in which Pakistan will reach its true greatness, which I am totally convinced. From Pakistan, world peace will begin. World peace means all the nations of the world will become united in one fellowship. again, I don't know how long it will take, when it will happen, but I am convinced, because I was told that Pakistan will be the place where pure Islam is reestablished. And pure Islam means peace and love, truth and justice, morality, goodness, service. So I've been told very, very clearly, a long time ago now. It's been almost 30 years now, 83 or so, 93, yeah. Almost 33 years ago, I was told, Pakistan da matlab hai, oh Pakistan, jitte hazuri Pak de Pak Masayib de naam, Islam Pak phir kaim kar denenge. So, and I didn't know at that time who that was speaking that beautiful Punjabi verse to me, but I later learned it was Allama Iqbal himself. So I trust his statement. So I know it will happen. I'm 100% confident it will happen, but I don't know when. And it may not be fixed when it will happen. It depends to a large extent on the Pakistani people themselves becoming pure Muslims or pure Christians or Hindus, whatever their religion is, but becoming pure. And of course, I can repeat what I've again said many times, that Pakistan and Khalistan must become one first. That Pakistan will not reach its greatness until Pakistan and Khalistan become one. When the Sikhs and the Muslims in Punjab particularly come together in love and acceptance, and that will be the signal or the first step in Pakistan reaching its greatness. Okay, Zain Ahmed says, sir, is it true our souls made a contract before life on this earth? Yes, I would accept that. I think there must have been some sort of agreement. God is not what you'd say, an autocrat that does things without our permission. He would not put us through a life full of suffering without our agreeing to it beforehand. There's some sort of contract, and everyone suffers a great deal. So God is kind and loving. He would not make us suffer, but beforehand we agree to it. Whatever is our destiny, we accept that we will go through in a lifetime with this destiny, and we will learn from it. So it's a sort of contract. Yes, I believe so. Okay, Amin Malik says, Assalamu alaikum, oh, wait, that's the same question. Sorry. Okay. What's happening here? I'm getting the same question coming in. Okay, Amin Malik says, I belong to a Sufi order called Naqshbandi of Oasia with the living Sheikh. They do Allah Zikr with the sequence of respiration, Allahu. Many have out-of-body experience, and some enter and attend our Prophet ﷺ court with their spirits. Any guidance on that? No, I have no guidance on that. But yes, that certainly is possible and is done by people. I know that. And if you belong to that Sufi order, then follow the instructions you are given there for doing zikr. And you can also, if you haven't already, you can have an out-of-body experience and even enter into the court of the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him. Shahid al-Sham says, what happened to your assertions about Trump? Well, I believe that Trump will become president of the United States again. Of course, anyone who is a little bit intelligent and doesn't blindly believe the mass media knows that Trump actually won the last election by a large number of votes, actually. And he was cheated out of it. He was deprived of it by the satanic forces. But when the truth comes out, he will be reinstated as president. It may happen soon. I don't know when it will happen, but I believe it will happen. Okay, Zain Ahmed says, sir, is it true our souls made a contract? Same question again. I don't know, my phone seems to jump back up to the previous questions, and I can't even see that's happening. Okay. Zain Ahmed says, Sir, what happens if we don't learn our lessons in this life? Will we be reincarnated back again to this life in other body to learn lesson? So I just in the last few weeks again I answered a very similar question, and I explained then we don't actually incarnate. This, what we think of as this lifetime, this is, or this whole world for that matter, this is really a virtual reality. So we have a connection with the body, but we don't actually incarnate in the body. It's more like playing a computer game when you identify with a certain personality in the virtual reality in a computer game, you can say. So you don't actually enter into that personality of that computer reality, that virtual reality. You just have an association with it. So there's no reincarnation because there's no incarnation. There is just the connection we make or association we make in our minds with a certain reality, which is not really reality. It's like a virtual reality. So, but if we don't learn lessons we're supposed to learn, then we have to learn them sometime. So we do have to learn the lessons in some other way. I don't know the details about that, but definitely, as I said just a few minutes ago, before entering into this life, we entered into some agreement, contract, you might say, and God or God's representatives arranged for a very good lesson learning life, a good life in which we could learn lessons. And we have freedom. We always have freedom. So we can learn those lessons very well if we make the good choices by our own freedom. And if we don't make good choices by our own free choice, then we won't learn those lessons. Then we have to learn them some other way in some other situation, definitely. Okay, Fahar Khartak says, your love with Pakistan is precious. Thank you very much. It is. I hope you also will learn to love Pakistan, because Pakistan is a very special place. I believe, I've been told, and I accept that information, divine information. Sahibzada Pir Mahbub Rabani, wonderful name you have. Assalamu alaikum, pray for me. Thanks, okay, pray for you. Zain Ahmed says, sir, do you believe in soulmate and twin flames? Well, I do believe that different people, different souls, have connections with other souls, but I don't believe in soulmates like most people say, oh, I will fall in love with somebody and they were my soulmate. Your soulmate may not be somebody you fall in love with like that, but your soulmate may be somebody who you have a relationship with that's very difficult and that causes a lot of learning through suffering. So, I don't think we just have one soulmate. I think there are soul groups of people who are related with each other. So not just one soulmate, and certainly not the lovey-dovey idea that, oh, I will fall in love with some person who's my soulmate. That's very false, bogus idea. People love to think that way, but I don't believe that. And I think that maybe that's what you mean by twin flames. I don't know what twin flames means, but I do believe that different souls have connections, but not that you should expect you'll find your twin flame or your soulmate and you'll fall in love and be happy forever. No, just the opposite probably. If you find your soulmate, then you and your soulmate may have great difficulty in your relationship, but that difficulty will lead to learning a lot. Okay, I hope that answers the question. I'm not going to read all the comments now because they're coming. Okay, but Kamal Yunus says, is the concept of jadoo is true? There certainly is magic. There's different types of magic. Black magic also. I know because I've had relatives who have experienced it. And there's also white magic, you can say. So yes, I believe that that's true. Although a lot of people have, again, a lot of misunderstandings about it. Okay, we will end now. Thank you all for your very good questions. And I will now go to my YouTube live chat. And thank you so much. May God protect us all. be happy. I hope you enjoyed the beautiful garden. If you didn't see the first part of this video, this live chat, then please go back and you can get a little view of some of our beautiful garden. Okay, Allah Hafiz. May God protect us all.